What's good, collective? Welcome back to my channel, Melanin Intuition Tarot. My name is Ezekiel. I am an intuitive tarot and oracle card reader. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to another pick a card reading with me today. Um, so today's topic is going to be just more of a general energetic read. So it will be what tarot card represents your current energy right now. So we got three groups here that I've already at least pre-selected the cards. I haven't really seen them or anything. I think I've only seen like one of them. But regardless, again, we're going to be looking into what tarot card represents your current energy at the moment. We'll pull some more clarifiers, get a little bit of guidance and advice for you, and hopefully it's not a super long reading for y'all today. So, yeah, I have three groups here. Group number one here with this red marker, group number two here with this purple marker, and group number three here with this green marker. Again, group one with red, group two with purple, and group three with green. Make sure y'all are choosing with your intuition so that way you choose the group that will resonate with you the best. Feel free to choose more than one group if you feel so called to do so. And when you're ready to go to your reading, check out the comment section below, and the timestamps to your designated reading will be pinned there. Again, group one, group two, group three. I will see you at your designated reading. Peace out. What's good, group number one? For those of y'all who are drawn to this red marker, this is going to be your reading today. We're going to be looking into what tarot card represents your current energy at the moment. Okay, let's go ahead and hop in. So, Spirit Team, what energy represents the collective at this time? So, you got the Nine of Swords. So, Nine of Swords is usually talks about like anxiety, mental distress, um, nightmares. Um, So, you collective at this time, you may be in your head quite a bit right now. Things may be changing or shifting around you because there's this energy here of being unsure. Like you're unsure of the outcome of something, or you're unsure of how things or how something's going to pan out for you. Um, and I want to pull some more tarot cards just to get a little bit deeper into this, just to see what this has to do with exactly. Which I mean, it's a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. But yeah, I definitely feel like there may be a bit of, again, like this energy of being unsure, this anxiety about what's coming towards you in the future, or the outcome of something. For some of you, it may literally be like chaos going on around you, or a lot of things happening around you. And for others of you, things are actually really still for you. Like things may feel like it's stagnant or not moving at all. So take what resonates when it comes to that. But I definitely feel, again, that's just this really big energy of just being unsure and just this kind of being in your head about what could happen or what could not happen. But the thing that comes with the Nine of Swords also talks about, especially when it comes to like guidance or advice, it can be your spirit guides saying, don't worry about it. So let's get some more tarot cards. I want to get a little bit deeper into this. Can you clarify this Nine of Swords energy, Spirit Team? Clarify the Nine of Swords. Clarify the Nine of Swords. Verify nine. Hmm. Okay, so you got the King of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands, and then the Hierophant. Then here at the bottom of the deck, you got the Eight of Cups. Interesting energy, really, really interesting. So there seems to be a shift happening in lifestyle. Now, this could come in a lot of different forms. When people hear a lifestyle, they may automatically think like from rags to riches. They may think it has to do with money or status. Um, when lifestyle can be many different things, it can be going from singlehood to being in a relationship, or even starting that journey of dating and being in a relationship. It can be from being a working class to, now being a student in school. So there's a lot of different ways that can be interpreted when it comes to lifestyle. But I definitely feel like whatever this is for you is going to be a level up for you versus something that's like a downgrade. Because you got the higher front here. Higher front is like a level up. It's like a step up type of energy. It also talks about commitment. So that with the King of Pentacles. So some of you, this may have to do with love. Not for everybody. I feel like this may be very, very small portion of you. This could be like a commitment in love, or like a higher level of commitment in love. But that's not everybody. I don't even think that that's a main focus here. This feels like more of a you energy. I feel like you, group number one, you are leveling up for sure spiritually here also, which is probably why the Nine of Swords came up, because I was getting like a dream sleep type of energy. So I feel like your dreams may be a little bit weird right now, or sleep schedule may be a little bit off right now. But I feel like in your dream state, um, your dreams maybe just be a little bit weird as of recently. But I feel like you're actually going through upgrades, and you're receiving a lot of downloads in your sleep state. So even if you get like 9 or 10 hours of sleep, you may wake up still feeling exhausted and drained and tired. And that's because you've been going through a lot of spiritual upgrades and level ups. As of recently, I just heard over the past couple of months, or a month or two for somebody here. But if you are experiencing some issues regarding your sleep, that could definitely explain why. Again, you're going through a bit of a level up. But there's a lot of like movement in this here also. So I feel like part of this energy that you're in right now is it's like you are taking action towards your goals, or taking action towards where you want to be in your life. And by you taking action, is contributing to this shift in your lifestyle. So it's like whatever action you are applying, or whatever action you're doing, is creating a ripple in the timeline that you are or have currently jumped into. That may sound a little bit woo woo to y'all, but those who get it will get it. If you don't, you don't. What else, Spirit? I feel like there's a lot of different messages. Again, that's why they're called general readings. So you just take what resonates for you, and you leave the rest for somebody else. Anything else regarding this Nine of Swords? Hmm. Anything else regarding Nine of Swords? Actually, can you clarify the King of Pentacles? So there may be a, because King of Pentacles can also talk about resources. Um, Spirit guys, like you don't even need a clarifier. Um, so you may have some stress or worries or anxiety regarding certain resources you may have, or if you may receive some type of resource or money. So this could be financial resources, or these can be like tangible resources or like in-kind benefits, things of that sort, or like a loan or like approval of some sort. But again, like there's just this big anxiety of regarding the future and what will come of something or what would be the outcome of something. Whether you'll get something or not, be approved for something or not. But again, like there's just this big energy of I'm just not sure, or this could go either way. I would prefer to go this way, but like, what if it goes this other way? So I feel like the advice here is just think positively right now. And I know that's easier said than done, and I know that's like really cliche to say. Because I mean, how many times have we heard that from everybody? Oh, just think positive, just think positively about it. But that's easier said than something that's, you know, something that's easier done. Especially if you're somebody who struggles with anxiety, who struggles with depression, you have mental health issues. Nine of Swords can talk about that here also. So it's, sometimes a little bit difficult to think positive or to shift mindsets. Um, but I feel like, I guess, maybe trying something more practical um, to help you be more positive. Maybe starting like a gratitude journal could be helpful for you. Um, Definitely a dream journal is coming through too if you haven't already started one. But definitely a gratitude journal, just writing down 10 things that you're grateful for each day. Um, could be something that could significantly shift your perspective and mindset um, with very minimum like action. Let's get some guidance and advice for y'all. But definitely a big level up here, I feel like, both in lifestyle and in your spiritual, I just heard spirituality. So you may be going through some shifts regarding like your belief system or your values here also. But the Eight of Wands is a very like fast paced energy. It also can be a bit of a mental energy here also. So again, it just feels like you're going through some shifts and changes. But in the end, you will come out on top and come out a much more like upgraded version of yourself. So, can we get some guidance and advice moving forward for group number one, Spirit Team? Release. You're being asked to release any toxic people or situations from your life. You deserve to be free from all drama, and this is the first step to achieving that. So, I feel like as far as releasing, this may be more of like internal releasing. So, like releasing any like, because especially we got the Nine of Swords and the Eight of Wands. So, any like mindset that you have that is not in alignment with this more abundant version of yourself, this more higher evolved version of yourself, you're being called to release that and let that go. And so now that may take a little bit of shadow work to be able to identify what those parts and aspects of you are. Um, but again, as you take more action, things more and more things will start to align for you because you're taking that time and opportunity to heal and to work through stuff so the universe will meet you where you are. Okay. Receive. That's so interesting. So it's like you have to release in order to receive. So that's why you may be going through a little bit of anxiety because anxiety kind of lives in your head. So whatever it is, mental wise, that you're needing to release is going to be um, replaced by you receiving the thing that you're wanting to receive. So in order for you to receive, you have to release. It's like a, what is it? Is it a catch 22 to where it's something like that, to where it's like a give and take. Um, may not want to do either one of them, but one option may be a little bit better than the other, which I feel like is this receiving option. I mean, both are great because it's great to receive. I mean, to release, but it's also great to receive too. So it says here you're being asked to be open to receiving universal gifts. These could come in the form of love, money, compliments, healing energy, and universal wisdom. Know that you're worthy of these gifts and open up to them. So again, you're being asked to release any toxicity, any toxic patterns, any toxic or negative, um, beliefs that are not of your highest good, or don't align with where you want to be in your life. And as you continue to release, you're going to be um, receiving also. Um, so this is really great and positive energy. Um, yeah, I hope this reading help you a little bit or a lot of bit or some a bit. I don't know. But let me know how the reading resonates for y'all in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Y'all stay well, stay blessed, and I will see you in my next reading. Peace out. What's good, group number two? For those of y'all who are drawn to this purple marker, this is going to be your reading today. We're going to be seeing or getting some messages as far as what energy you are currently in. We'll see from this card here. Then we'll pull some extra tarot for any clarification. Then pull some oracle for any guidance and advice for y'all moving forward. So starting off, you got the Knight of Pentacles. So Knight of Pentacles is a very determined energy. I actually really love to see the Knight of Pentacles in just about any type of reading, whether it's love or um, career, finances. It doesn't matter. Like I really like to see Knight of Pentacles because with the Knight of Pentacles, even though he may be the slowest moving knight, because knights are more about action. Even though he's the slowest moving out of all of the other knights, he's probably the most determined and he's probably the most likely to actually reach his goal. He has his pinnacle in his hand and he has it right in front of him. He knows exactly what he wants. He knows exactly how to get there. And he knows exactly what to do and what steps to take. So I feel like the energy that you are cultivating right now, group number two, um, many of y'all, you have a goal in mind. And it's going to be different for everybody here, but you have something in mind or you have some intentions in mind. Um, and I see the energy that you're currently in. This feels like a very short and sweet message. The energy that you're in is that you're doing great with taking action towards it. Now, you may not be taking like big action, but I feel like you intuitively know that you shouldn't be taking big action. Like currently, I feel like intuitively you know, what is the phrase? Slow and steady wins the race. So I feel like you are in this energy of like, yes, I have a goal in mind. Yes, I know what I want, but also I'm not in a rush. You're in a very like peaceful vibe and energy right now. It's like you are really learning. Some of you, you're kind of still struggling a little bit with it, but you're getting there. You're still learning to trust the universe and trust the process. And I feel like that's the biggest energy that you're in right now. You're learning to trust the process instead of worrying about the end goal and getting there to your goal and to your outcome. You are learning that the most important part of any journey is or any goal is that journey towards that goal. So very, very beautiful energy that you're in right now. Um, but very like diligent, very mature, very demure, but very again, very like this is the energy of someone who has going through shadow work. You've been doing the inner work. You've been doing a lot of work to truly, align with the universe and align with Creator and Source, and see what is that? Sorry, look like some jail or something. But yeah, like you've been taking the steps to align with your higher purpose and with where you want to be in life. Um, and you're being recognized. Like the universe is recognizing that you are doing very, very well right now. Like really, honestly, truly, you're doing really, really well. You may feel like you're taking too small of steps, or you feel like you're not taking any steps at all, or you're not doing enough. But you are doing, you're going at the pace that you're meant to be going at, and that's the biggest, and that's one of the other messages here is that you're going at the pace that you're meant to be going. Let's get some more cards here. I want to get some tarot cards. Can you clarify this message a little bit more? Flesh out this message a little bit more, Spirit, with this Knight of Pentacles energy for group number two. This Knight of Pentacles energy for group two. Okay. So justice here at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, you are creating your own balance in life. You're no longer waiting. Didn't I just see? Yeah, Knight of Swords. So you're no longer waiting for your so-called ships to come in. You are now like you're building your own boat. It's like you're no longer waiting around for things to change. You are creating that change for yourself. So it's like you're taking justice in your own hands and you are taking action towards it. Knight of Swords. Funny that it's coming with this Knight of Pentacles. Again, like this reiterates that message of you're taking a lot more action, or you're going at the pace that you're meant to be going. It may not make sense to you. Seven of Swords, yeah. Emperor in reverse, and then a Page of Pentacles, yeah. So it may not make sense to you right now. However, you are on the right track, is what the message here is trying to get at. Now, with the Emperor in reverse here, there is a need for you to take this time while things are going a little bit slow for you. Take that time to get more organized, because the Emperor in reverse is a energy of disorganization, or um, um, a crack in the structure, or a crack in that foundation. So really take this slow moving time right now to truly evaluate. Seven of Swords, be a little bit more strategic right now. Develop a strong strategic plan towards your goal. Like again, utilize this slow pace to your advantage. And I feel like that's another message here. Like really use it to your advantage, because there is a meaning to the madness. Don't think that things may be stagnant for you for no reason. Things may be going a little bit slow for you, but again, it's for a reason. You're going at the pace you're meant to be going. However, during this time of this slow moving pace, you are meant to be strategizing your goals right now. You're meant to be strategizing where you want to be, or how you're going to get there. There we go. You're strategizing how you're going to get there. So definitely, again, taking and utilizing this time to just gain more structure, more organization. Um, Structure and organization as far as what, Spirit? With this Emperor in reverse, structure and organization in regards to what? Routine. Because you got this Knight of Pentacles and Page of Pentacles. So this is structure and organization regarding your routine. You got the Ace of Swords that came up, and you got the Star here that came up at the bottom of the deck. So this could have to do, this is a very, very air type of energy. So this could have to do with like social media. This could have to do with like the internet of some sort, maybe content creation. Maybe you being called to create more content, to put yourself out there a little bit more. I don't know if I should maybe cover the card up. But yeah, maybe putting yourself out there a little bit more. Even though you may, it's kind of like refocusing or redirecting where you're putting your focus on right now. And I feel like that may have to do with creation of some sort, getting a little bit more creative, maybe speaking in some type of way too. Something about organizing your words or organizing what you're going to say or how you're going to say it. So some of you, this could be like entrepreneurship. If you're like wanting to, this may have to do with your career or business. Definitely getting more clearer on what it is, like your intentions are, or getting clearer on um, what it is that you're offering or selling, maybe getting creative with that. It's funny, I just did a reading recently. There was a message that came through for that person I was reading for. So it's funny if you're watching this reading right now. But yeah, definitely, again, just getting more clearer on your goals, which I mean, like, I feel like, again, with the Knight of Pentacles, you have a very, very good understanding or a very good idea of what you're wanting and how to get there. But again, with this Seven of Swords energy and this Page of Pentacles energy, and the Emperor in reverse, this is the energy of, um, outlining those steps, like putting pen to paper, and literally writing it out and following those steps too. Like this isn't the time to just kind of do whatever. This is the time to get calculated and then take action based off of those calculated steps. But communication could be very significant here also. There may be a need for you to spruce up communication or get clear on communication, whether it's with somebody or with a entity or something. I don't know. But let's close out your reading with a little bit of guidance and advice for you moving forward on your journey. For group number two, what guidance and advice do you have for them? You got, it's time. You're being asked to move forward toward the dream that you've been carrying in your heart. It's time to bring it out into the world. You're ready. It's time. So some of you, this could be like, you may have a business in mind or something that you want to do in mind, but you haven't taken much action on it yet. You may be scared to take action. You may have this, because Seven of Swords could also talk about imposter syndrome and not feeling worthy or deserving, or who am I to have this business? Who am I to be successful? So that may be a little bit of the energy that you're in too, is this imposter syndrome. Um, so with that energy, your spirit guides are urging you to take step forward. So what may be part of this first step is you getting organized, you gaining that structure in your company or gaining structure in whatever it is that you're wanting to produce or put out there in the world. But the advice here is that it is time. You have to start taking action on it. Either you take action on it or the universe will give this task to somebody else, because it does happen. Sometimes we're assigned something by spirit, by the universe, but if we don't take action on it in time, the universe will give that idea to somebody else. So again, if you want to take action on it, take action on it. If not, then go ahead and ask the universe to just give the idea to somebody else. But your first step here is getting is gaining that structure, building that strong foundation. So whatever it is that you build on top of that foundation, it stays sturdy and stable. Have faith. It's not easy to have faith and trust that everything is going to be okay. Yet still, you must do exactly that, because when you have faith, your life will begin to flow in magical ways that you never imagined were possible. So you're being asked to have faith in your dreams, in your goals, in whatever it is that you're trying to manifest. And then at the bottom of the deck, you got patience. Yes, that slow and steady wins the race energy. You're being asked to practice patience right now. It's not easy to do this, but you're strong. And there's a reason why things aren't aligning in the way you want them to in this moment. Have patience. It will eventually work out. So have faith that it will eventually work out. It may not happen overnight because the Knight of Pentacles, again, is a very slow moving knight. He may not be the first to get there, but he will get there, while others may, you know, may stumble, while others may not make it there at all. The Knight of Pentacles, he will make it there. Like it's for sure that he'll make it there. But how he makes it there is by strategically planning and doing that, um, that building that structure beforehand, so that way he has a clear, like again, that pinnacle in his hand, those clear, um, that clear direction and steps in front of him to take. But again, have faith, be patient, but just know that it's time to take action on your dreams, your visions, your goals, and whatever it is that you're trying to manifest for yourself. So, group number two, these are all the messages that I'm seeing for y'all. So, let me know how the reading resonates for you in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Stay well, stay blessed, and I'll see you soon. Peace. All right, what's good? Group number three, I almost said two, but group three. There may be some messages in group two for you. I don't know, but group three, for those of y'all who are drawn to this green marker, this is going to be y'all's reading today. We're going to be getting some messages just to see what tarot card kind of represents the energy that you're in right now. We'll pull some clarifiers and then a little bit of guidance and advice for you, and hopefully I don't keep y'all here for a whole hour. But yeah, let's go ahead and hop in. Now, one thing I do want to note is that like I keep on and it's doing fine now. But this whole time I've been struggling with like keeping the marker on top of the card. It's always just kind of like rolled off. It's so crazy that it's acting perfect now. But I guess it's synced up with the message. So there may be something that this feels more of like an internal energy. So there may be something that is is no longer staying dormant. There may be something like rising up from you. So this could have to do with like spiritual gifts or talents, maybe some type of past life thing, and we'll look into this. But that's just kind of a little message I got as I was starting to tap into y'all's energy. So let's see what you got. Ooh, the High Priestess. So this is a very intuitive card, a very psychic card here also. So this kind of goes with what I was saying here. So it seems like whatever it is that has been laying dormant or something that's about to be active and no longer dormant, this may have to do with your spiritual gifts or a spiritual talent. Something that this seems like this very new. This doesn't feel like a gift or talent that you have used or expressed before. This feels like one that you had no clue that you had. Now, for a few of you, this may have been something that you used to do when you were a child, and something happened to where you kind of suppressed it, or maybe, your spirit guides kind of suppressed it for you, because sometimes gifts are not always meant to be utilized until a specific point or time in our life. So I feel like with this energy here, there's something that was suppressed or has been laying dormant regarding your spiritual talent, a spiritual talent or a gift. And I feel like it's making its way up now. I'm hearing regurgitate. So it's almost like you're like it's just going to hit you one day. And it's not saying, and I'm not saying that to try to scare you or anything, because spiritual gifts are a gift. It's great. But, this could be something like you didn't know that you were a medium, and you are at the grocery store one day and you're talking to somebody, and then somebody may walk by you and look at you crazy, and you're like, damn, why are they looking at me crazy? but the whole time you were just talking to a spirit and you thought you were talking to a real person. You know, that may sound a little crazy or woo woo, but you know, shit like that happens to people. You know, some everybody have different type of gifts, but this feels like a very big or significant one, but one that you're meant to utilize to help others. And that's not saying that you're going to be making a business out of it or anything like that, um, but you're meant to use this talent, this skill, this gift to be of assistance to others. So let's pull some tarot cards. I want to get a little bit more about what this spiritual gift or talent is. What is this spiritual gift? Tell us a little bit more about this high priestess energy. Yeah, Five of Pentacles. So you're meant to help others. Um, or you may have a skill or talent of being resourceful, or you just may have this intuitive talent or gift to know how to make something better or how to make something right. I know this sounds vague, but it's almost like this gift of influence, like the gift of gab almost. Let's get some more cards here. You're able to like create massive changes in people's lives. You're almost like this walking tower, this walking. You may have been told that you're walking karma. You carry a heavy like Scorpio energy to you. Um, yeah, heavy water sign, can Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces. So heavy, heavy water. Um, you may have that in your chart. You don't have to. It's just the energy that I'm picking up, or an energy that you may really possess here. Um, Two of Swords. So you have this gift of guidance, is what I'm getting. Because Pentacles can talk about support, and Two of Swords can talk about like being at an impasse or being unsure or having to make a decision. But it's like you have this gift or talent or skill of being able to help others in moments of stagnancy or moments of, you know, being unsure. And it's funny that what was it, group number one? I think it may have been group number one. I forget already, but it was one group that we talked about like being unsure of something. I know. I forgot the energy. But this, you may be someone who are able to help out people like group number one, who may be going through a bit of stagnancy, who may be going through a bit of, you know, unsureness. So this could be like you being like a therapist or a counselor or a coach. You may have these skills or talents, you know, whether you're pursuing these, you know, this career path or this, you know, this path in general or not. I definitely feel like this is something that you are a natural at. You are a natural at helping others. You're a natural at guiding others. Um, so why was I picking up, Spirit, that this was a gift that has been dormant? Because it feels like this is something that they have been kind of operating in. So why was I picking up that this was something that this was dormant? Ah, okay. So you're meant to use this skill in a different oh wow, I can't make this up. Okay, so you got the world here, but underneath that is the Hierophant. Now the Hierophant in reverse is because that's the energy I was picking up, was Hierophant in reverse, because in the upright is more of a traditional energy. Now in reverse it's more of a out of the box type of energy. It's more untraditional. It's a little bit taboo or unorthodox. But that's the energy I'm picking up with this group and the world here. So it's like stepping out of normal tradition. So I definitely feel like the reason, it's not necessarily that it's been dormant. It's just the fact that you're going to be using this gift or talent in a different way that you were expecting. That's that Two of Swords energy. There we go, Spirit. You're going to be using this gift or talent in a different way that you were thinking or expecting to use it. So, for instance, like let's say you now are in school for being a therapist or a counselor, you may take that degree or take those skills and talents, and you may decide to go be a hairdresser. You know, you may decide, okay, I don't really feel called to have an office or be in an office, but why don't I have a chair? Why don't I offer these therapeutic services while also doing something creative, something with my hands, or something that could put that person at ease. Because I have really good talks with my loctician, like really good talks to help me. Um, Even though she's not a licensed therapist or nothing, like there's if you're used to getting your hair done and stuff, your hairstylist is usually really good at making conversation and talking about things. That's just kind of an example. So it's not necessarily that this gift or talent is dormant. It's more so the fact that you are being prepped to use it in a different way than you were expecting to use it. Can I get some more about this energy, Spirit? The Fool, yeah. This is a very like almost like rebellious type of energy. It's like you're already kind of somebody who kind of goes against the grain in a way. You're a little bit different. You may have been told that you were very different, very odd, very weird in a way. But that is part of your superpower and your talent here is being able to step outside the box, to be able to do things differently, to think differently than others, to be able to, go about in the world in a different way. And that uniqueness, what makes you unique, is what's going to make you rich. What makes you stand out is what's going to fill up your fucking pockets, group number three. And I'm not saying that just to say it. I'm being so for real. You may have struggled a lot or maybe going through a lot of struggles, especially financial struggles right now. But also understand that it's building your character again, like you are preparing yourself to be able to step into this role of being a helper or of being a guiding light for others, but it's going to require you to have that experience underneath your belt because the high priestess, she didn't just get to where she is. Like she's basically this person or entity that is right here at the cusp between the conscious and the subconscious, between the natural world and the spiritual world. She's that guardian right here. But she didn't get there from just, applying for the job. Like she had to go through experience. The Torah here represents wisdom. Um, so she had to go through a lot of things to get to where she is now, to gain this experience and wisdom, to be able to be seen and known as this very powerful, very knowledgeable, very um, um, wisdom um, person with wisdom. She didn't get there by just applying for it. She had to go through some things to get there. She has to go through certain journeys and experiences to get to where she is. And so I feel like that's just the energy that you're in. Even though things may seem like it's crazy right now, it's building your character. And I know that's very cliche to say, and I hate that type of rhetoric, but when the message comes through, it comes through. So I feel like biggest thing here is just enjoy the journey. Continue with this kind of carefree energy that you are being called to kind of take on, not taking life too serious, and learning to really enjoy life and have fun right now is what's going to be really, really helpful for you as you go through these changes and transitions, and this upgrade and up level in your spiritual gifts and talents here. Let's get some guidance and advice for y'all moving forward along this journey. This is for group number three. What guidance and advice for you do you have for group number three moving forward? So you got pivot. Sometimes when things aren't falling into place after trying and trying, it's time to ask yourself if pivoting is some way in some way would be a good idea so that your life can flow more easily and effortlessly. How can you pivot even just a little bit? So you may be being called to kind of take a new direction right now. Two of Swords could talks about decisions. So you may be being asked to make a certain decision or choose a path right now. It's like you're at a crossroads. You can either choose this or that, or you can like choose your own way in a sense too. Like don't put all of your hopes and like your value in just the decisions that are placed in front of you. Oftentimes there's even more in front of us or more there or more options there, but we may just have this blindfold on to where we're not able to see all of the options and support and help around us. So don't be afraid to pivot. Again, you don't have to go this way or that way. You can take an entirely different way if you feel so called to do so. So with the Fool is the first card in the tarot deck. So it's like choose your own adventure. You don't have to go again. You don't have to go the route. And I keep repeating this, so I feel like your spirit guides really want you to understand this. You don't have to go the route that's just placed in front of you. You can create your own path. We are creators. You are a creator. You can create your own reality. You're like the Scarlet Witch. You can create your own reality by your thoughts. So just, um, again, don't be afraid to take a new direction than what you wanted to do at first or were going to do it first. Um, yeah, yeah. And then connect. You're being asked to connect with others in meaningful ways. Sometimes it's helpful to get new perspectives and to simply be around other people. You're in need of this right now, and deep connections will benefit you in many ways. So you may be being called to ask for help or support right now, also, because Five of Pentacles again talks about help or support. While yes, you will be helping others, you may be like being called to receive help or support from someone else at this time also. um, but also with this too, if it doesn't have to do with like help or support, it's just simply making connections with others. You may be again being called to kind of put yourself out there more, go out a little bit more, especially if you're a bit of an introvert or don't really like to mingle with people too much. Again, you're being called and asked to kind of step out of your comfort zone. There's a lot of this really big energy here of stepping out of your comfort zone or doing things differently. So again, don't be afraid to pivot or to take a different step or to do something different than what you're used to doing. Because I feel like in that uncertainty, because that's how you receive. Like that's how manifestation works. Like when you release that certainty and you have that uncertainty and you're not sure how things are going to work out or what's going to come or what's going to happen, that's how the universe is able to really truly bless you and drop that manifestation in your hands. Is through that energy of uncertainty. So even though you may not be sure how things may work out, if you were to go out to a bar by yourself or go out to this place by yourself or do these things by yourself to meet new people, you'll be pleasantly surprised at how well things work out for you, just by even trying and putting yourself out there and making those connections with others. So again, you're being called and asked to make connections, meaningful connections with others at this time, and that's going to help. That's going to help connect you with, in a more spiritual sense, that's going to help connect you with the collective, and you're going to be able to access and tap into the spiritual gifts and talents much better when you're connected to other people. It's almost like connecting to others is a refuel for you. Even though some of you may consider yourself more introverts, it may be counterintuitive, but connecting with people even though you may hate connecting with people, that's actually going to recharge you, or more so recharge your spiritual gifts. It may drain you uh, mentally and emotionally, but spiritually and energetically is going to recharge you. And then you got lighten up at the bottom of the deck. So you're being asked to remember that life doesn't have to be so serious. Yes, there are hard things happening. No, it's not always easy to be here on earth, but you can always find time to laugh, be silly, and have fun. It's so important to do so. So again, you're being asked to not take things so serious right now, and to kind of lighten up and have a little bit of fun right now. Make again, go out, make connections, meet new people, even if it's not you, making a long term connection. This could be you simply, um, just meeting somebody, just asking somebody's name, learning one little fact about somebody. It doesn't mean you have to be the best of friends or even talk again, but at least you made that connection out here. All right, group number three. These are all the messages that I'm seeing for y'all. So let me know how this reading resonates for you in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Y'all stay well, stay blessed, and I will see you all in my next reading. Peace out.